Hi, I'm Tony. I want to talk to you today about making lemongrass tea, aka fever grass, and soursop. We're going to mix 2 leaves together to make 1 tea, lemongrass and soursop. I'm going to go outside in a minute and I'm going to pick fresh out of my garden some lemongrass and a couple leaves of soursop. Only a couple leaves of soursop because soursop tends to make you a little relaxed, sleepy, drowsy. That's what parents used to give to little kids when I was growing up back in the Caribbean, St. Croix, to make kids go to sleep and calm them down and stuff like that. And I actually have some here. I've got just really 2 leaves of soursop, and we're going to pick a couple more, but I may not even use all in my tea. I don't want to go to sleep. It's the middle of the morning for me, and I don't really want to go to sleep again. So anyway, and I've got some lemongrass here, aka fever grass. This is just a few picked last evening. I made some tea last evening, and this is what's left. I'm going to get some more, and we're going to make some today. So I'm going to pick them, come back in, and start boiling the water, and we're going to go through the process. Now you may know somebody from another island, and it may be done a little different. Listen, it doesn't make a difference what island a person's from. I mean, once they're from the Caribbean, whether it's a Spanish-speaking island, a French-speaking island, an English-speaking island, we all do the same thing, just made slightly differently. We all use the same things, just done slightly differently. We may have a few different ingredients, but we all do the same thing, practically for the same reasons. So don't get hung up on this island or that island or this language and that language and all that stuff. It's not important. We all go into the bush and pick bush tea for pretty much the same reasons. We all eat fresh stuff, pretty much the same reasons, regardless of what island a person's from. So anyway, thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe, tell somebody about us. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so here we are inside. The water's already boiling. I've already washed the lemongrass and the soursop leaf. Now I'm gonna wrap it and drop it in there. Different people do it different ways. The whole purpose is just to get the tea bush secure so it doesn't come apart in the water. It's kind of hard for me to do this and see at the same time. See if I can't do it this way. I'm trying to make sure the camera gets a good angle. This is what I would do. Just wrap it. Right. I usually take one here. Wait a minute. Let me start over. Take this and wrap it around. Right. And just come across someplace. Then I'd take the other one that I was saving and I'd wrap it also a little extra. Then I'd go through down here, one of the little hoops down here, just to get it through. To try to keep it from unraveling in the pot. Right? And this is one I did earlier for that big pot. Because I'm making a big pot of tea. Lemongrass tea, and I wrapped it before thinking about filming. So here's the one I just did on camera for you. This is the one I did earlier. It's the one I'm actually going to use. So here we go. Let's talk about this. You see the water's boiling. Usually I go for a rapid boil. With most teas, not all, most teas, you don't boil. You don't put the tea, the biomass, into the water and boil the water. what you're supposed to do, and I've learned this from older herbalist people who are really into, drinking bush teas, right? So what you would do is you would boil the water. Once the water's boiling, which is pretty much where we're at now, once the water's boiling, you'd put this in there, turn off the fire, actually really take it off the heat, and cover it to let it steep. The whole purpose of the tea is to let it steep. When you boil it, it boils out all the good nutrients or vitamins or whatever it is you hope to get from the tea, and flavor from the tea. When you steep it and cover it, it doesn't boil it away. It's hot. The flavors come up, it gets trapped because it's covered, and it falls back down into the liquid. So we've got not a rapid boil, but no, it's a rapid boil. We got a rapid boil now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn the water off, submerge the tea, and we're gonna cover it. Oh boy. I didn't get my cover out before starting this. So now I have a problem. So I'm gonna do something Mama always said don't do. Look at my teacups. And I like my tea to be sweet. Somebody dropped this pot a long time ago and it got bent. So now no cover's fitted. Take it off the fire. And I'm just going to use a plate to cover it. A big no-no. This was a problem in my house. Growing up, my mother hated this. Do not use my plates to cover pots. So here we go. Cover it. And let it steep. It's actually the best I can do because, like I say, that pot was dropped a long time ago. And it's now somewhat oblong. So there we go. All right, we're coming up on 5 minutes. Let's see here. Usually, you know when it's good is when you take the cover off, and you can smell the aroma of the tea. Lemongrass is one of those very aromatic teas, so aromatic bushes. So when you take the cover off, you get a full flavor and the color. The water should change color. So let's see. It's not really strong enough. The flavor, the aroma is not strong enough. But I hope the camera catches it. You can see that there's a little greenness to the tea. That's fine, but I'm gonna let it sit a little longer. Let it sit another minute longer, just so I can get. I love that aroma. That aroma tells me that it's the bush, the leaves are giving up its goodness. That's what I want. I want that goodness out of there. So we're gonna pause this again for one more minute. And come back, and I should be ready to drink tea. Okay, so now we're at just about the right time. You should get that nice aroma now. Ah, here it is. Here it is. I'm smelling it. It smells good. Let's see now. Pour this without making a mess, if that's possible for me. Probably can't, so let me go over to the sink. There we go, folks. Fresh from my garden. Freshly made, a nice cup of lemongrass tea, lemongrass and soursop tea. Lemongrass is also known as fever grass. You hear some people say it's called fever grass. Absolutely delicious. Let me taste it before I say that, but I know it is. Ooh, it's hot, but it's so good. So good. Hey, thanks for watching. Just poured a second cup. It's steeped a little longer. It's even greener. So the longer you let it sit in that hot water, the more it's going to steep and give up more of its goodness. But anyway, just want to say I'm back for a second cup. Good stuff. Really, really good stuff.